Welcome to the Vocabulary Podcast by IMS Gujarat, featuring today IMS Vocab, episode 172, words 4276 to 4300. Let us begin. Word 4276 is seduce, spelling S-E-D-U-C-E, meaning to entice to surrender chastity. Example: the fraudster seduced investors with promises of doubling their money in 3 months through a dubious chit fund in Coimbatore. Word 4277 is sedulous, spelling S-E-D-U-L-O-U-S, meaning persevering in effort or endeavor. Example: the sedulous researcher from IIT Madras spent 6 years cataloging every bird species in the Western Ghats without a single weekend off. Word 4278 is seer, spelling S-E-E-R, meaning a prophet. Example: the villagers consulted the seer at the Seignior A ashram before approving the site for the new school building. Word 4279 is seethe, spelling S-E-E-T-H-E, meaning to be violently excited or agitated. Example: the campus seethed with protests after the hostel fees were hiked overnight without any consultation with the student union. Word 4280 is Seignior, spelling S-E-I-G-N-I-O-R, meaning a title of honor or respectful address equivalent to sir. Example: in the Portuguese records of Old Goa, every landed noble was addressed as Seignior before his sprawling quintessential villa. Word 4281 is seismograph, spelling S-E-I-S-M-O-G-R-A-P-H, meaning an instrument for recording the phenomena earthquakes. Example: the seismograph at the IMD observatory in Shillong twitched violently the moment the quake struck the Manipur border. Etymology note: seismograph springs from the Greek seismos, meaning a shaking, and graphene, meaning to write. A seismograph literally writes down the shaking of the earth, its needle tracing the tremors spread across paper. The same root surfaces in seismic, the adjective for any earth-shaking event, whether at the Himalayan boundary or within the political landscape of any capital. Word 4282 is seize, spelling S-E-I-Z-E, meaning to catch or take hold of suddenly and forcibly. Example: the CBI officials seized bundles of cash hidden inside washing machines at the corrupt engineer's bungalow in Hyderabad. Word 4283 is selective, spelling S-E-L-E-C-T-I-V-E, meaning having the power of choice. Example: the selective admission process for the IIM Ahmedabad batch rejects 99% of applicants with brutal efficiency. Word 4284 is self-respect, spelling S-E-L-F-R-E-S-P-E-C-T, meaning rational self-esteem. Example: the veteran freedom fighter wrote that self-respect, not subsidies, was the true foundation of a free India. Word 4285 is semblance, spelling S-E-M-B-L-A-N-C-E, meaning outward appearance. Example: the dhaba on the Jaipur highway maintained at least a semblance of hygiene by draping a plastic sheet over the grimy counter. Word family: semblance shares the Latin root similare, meaning to make like or imitate, with semblance, resemble, and dissemble. A semblance is an outward appearance that resembles the real thing. To dissemble is to hide under a false semblance, as a wily sahukar might dissemble his wealth before pleading poverty before the collector at Kota. Word 4286 is semicivilized, spelling S-E-M-I-C-I-V-I-L-I-Z-E-D, meaning half-civilized. Example: the colonial Memsahibs dismissed the tribal belt of Bastar as semicivilized, ignoring centuries of rich Gond art and oral poetry. Word 4287 is semiconscious, spelling S-E-M-I-C-O-N-S-C-I-O-U-S, meaning partially conscious. Example: the auto rickshaw driver lay semiconscious for 40 minutes outside the Sassoon hospital before anyone stopped to help him. Word 42888 is semiannual, spelling S-E-M-I-A-N-N-U-A-L, meaning recurring at intervals of 6 months. Example: the semi-annual inspection of the metro coaches is conducted in June and December at the Delhi Metro Depot in Shastri Park. Word 4289 is semicircle. Spelling: Semicircle, meaning a half circle. Example: the students sat in a semicircle on the lawns of the IIT Bombay hostel while the visiting professor held an open-air tutorial. Word family. The Latin prefix semi means half. Semicivilized is half-civilized. Semiconscious is half-conscious. Semiannual happens twice a year or every half year, and a semicircle is half a circle, the shape you see when devotees sit around the sacred fire. The same root gives English the word semicolon, half a colon in function, a pause between a comma and a full stop. Word 42990 is seminar. Spelling: Seminar, meaning any assemblage of pupils for real research in some specific study under a teacher. Example: the weekend seminar at the Indian Institute of Science drew research scholars from as far as Guwahati and Kozhikode. Word 4291 is seminary. Spelling: Seminary, meaning a special school, as of theology or pedagogics. Example: the young priest from Kerala completed his training at the seminary in Mangalore before being posted to a parish in Wayanad. Word 4292 is senile. Spelling: Senile, meaning peculiar to or proceeding from the weakness or infirmity of old age. Example: the once formidable editor's columns became repetitive and senile, embarrassing the weekly that had once been the toast of Delhi's liberal circles. Word 4293 is sensation. Spelling: Sensation, meaning a condition of mind resulting from spiritual or inherent feeling. Example: the cold sweet of coffee on the tongue brought back a flood of the childhood sensation of summer holidays at the ancestral village. Word 4294 is sense. Spelling: Sense, meaning the signification conveyed by some word, phrase, or action. Example: the Supreme Court ruled that the word in the statute must be read in its ordinary sense, without stretching it to suit the prosecution. Word 4295 is sensibility. Spelling: Sensibility, meaning power to perceive or feel. Example: the Bengali poet's refined sensibility caught the unspoken grief in the rickshaw puller's eyes at the Howrah crossing. Word 4296 is sensitive. Spelling: Sensitive, meaning easily affected by outside operations or influences. Example: the sensitive girl from the convent school burst into tears during the partition literature lecture at St. Stephen's College. Word 4297 is sensorium. Spelling: Sensorium, meaning the sensory apparatus. Example: after the concussion on the cricket pitch, the young all-rounder sensorium took a full week to return to normal at the NCA in Bengaluru. Word 4298 is sensual. Spelling: Sensual, meaning pertaining to the body or the physical senses. Example: the Khajuraho sculptures celebrate the sensual without shame, a feature that mortifies many puritanical tour guides in the temple complex. Word 4299 is sensuous. Spelling: Sensuous, meaning having a warm appreciation of the beautiful or of the refinements of luxury. Example: the sensuous ghazals at the Lucknow concert invited the audience to savor every delicate note with the slow patience of a chai sipper. Etymology note: sensation, sensibility, sensitive, sensorium, sensual, and sensuous all trace back to the Latin sensus, from sentire to feel or perceive. The split between sensual and sensuous is a subtle one. Sensual carries the weight of bodily pleasure, often with a shade of indulgence, while sensuous leans towards the artistic and aesthetic as a Mughal miniature's refinement. A useful memory peg is that sensual suggests the body, sensuous suggests the senses in bloom. Word for 300 is sentence. Spelling: S-E-N-T-E-N-C-E, meaning a related group of words containing a subject and a predicate and expressing a complete thought. Example: the TOEFL coaching instructor in Chennai insisted that every sentence in the essay must carry a clear subject and verb before anything ornamental. Thank you for listening to the Vocabulary Podcast by IMS Gujarat.